2, 1, action. Recording. Growing up, my family played a sick trick on me. At 7 years of age, I was shown a photo of Pac-Man. But not just any Pac-Man. This particular Pac-Man.
The people who showed me this picture were my dad and uncle. And I remember when seeing this picture, I told the two, "Wow, this looks so real." Before seeing the picture, I was familiar with what Pac-Man was. And there is no way a yellow video game character who eats pellets and cherries while running away from rainbow ghosts could be real, right? Well, my dad saw the confusion on my face, and without missing a beat, he said to me,
What do you mean? It's real.
Do it again!
even as a dumb kid who still believed in Santa Claus, there was no way they could convince me that a character from a video game was real.
Pac-Man are real. Why do you think there's a video game in them?
I was already beginning to believe.
They're incredibly rare, though. Too fast to be caught alive.
How do they move? They don't have arms or legs.
They would skim across the ground.
How had I never heard of this? Pac-Man is real? Why was my family so informational on the Pac-Man species?
These were questions I wouldn't ask myself until it was too late. My impressionable mind was hooked, and I was beginning to believe in Pac-Man like it was Santa Claus.
They quickly told everyone in the family about the horrible prank they were pulling on me. They did this to get the leg up and make sure no one looked at me strangely when I asked if they'd seen a Pac-Man recently.
It wasn't long before I became fascinated with the Pac-Man species. There were weeks where I would allocate part of my day to searching for Pac-Man outside.
Dressed up in my best Pac-Man attire, I would scavenge the forest looking for traces left by their kind. Eden cherries, rainbow ghosts, anything that would link back to Pac-Man. Surprisingly, I never found anything. I became so frustrated after weeks of searching that I stormed back to my dad and uncle and demanded answers.
Now I feel like this would have been a good time to call any prank off, as a good laugh was had by everyone involved, I'm sure. But weeks were passing, and I was spending hours outside searching for something that wasn't fucking real!
However, they didn't back off, instead doubling down and bringing the prank to a whole new level.
You didn't see any traces of Pac-Man? We'll come with you next time. We know where to look.
Where are we going?
Where the Pac-Man roam.
We entered the forest with high hopes and began our search. After a couple of minutes, I was given cherries to help lure out potential Pac-Man while they scouted out ahead. They told me to stay put and perform the Pac-Man mating call while I held cherries.
Waka waka! Waka waka!
Austin, you gotta see this.
I sprinted towards them, eager with anticipation of what they found. Eden cherries. Pac-Man had been here. My heart started racing. Evidence was found. I was so close to my first Pac-Man sighting. What more was there to find?
Little longer than a few minutes later.
After a couple of more eaten cherries and mating calls, we finally head home. Happy I found evidence of their existence, but sad I was unable to attain one. This was when I decided enough was enough. I had become obsessed with Pac-Man, spending too much time drawing ways to trap the Pac-Man and learning the Pac-Man language and its origin. I was a kid. I should be playing Mario Kart and watching SpongeBob, not searching for a Pac-Man. So I finally called it quits and instead asked for one. My reasoning was that there must be someone out there who can catch a Pac-Man. Even if we had to call up the guy in the picture, I was sure I was going to be gifted a Pac-Man, as it was the only thing on my birthday and Christmas list. This was when my family finally believed that the prank had gone on for far too long. Soon after making my request, I was sat down and told the truth.
Son, I'm sorry to tell you this. There were no Pac-Man.
They went extinct?
No, son. They were never real.
So you ate the cherries, you mother...
Since that day, I've had difficulty trusting people.
You're a horny slut!
I was led to think that something was real, and I spent precious time believing it. Time that could have been used in much better ways.
Were they wrong for this though? Or am I really just as dumb as rocks? Kids go through the same realization when they find out Santa Claus isn't real. I mean, I got off easy compared to Santa Claus believers. I only believed in Pac-Man for a month.
Why are you eating her? Stop eating her. Just talk to her.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.